a juggler. A comedy juggler. Which means I have a lot of jokes. Now, if you prefer her over me, that's fine. Just know that you hurt my feelings. Hey, I didn't say they were good jokes. But coming up with jokes can be a process. I always start by writing them down in my notebook, and then forgetting about them for... ever. But sometimes I do actually remember them and make them happen. For some, it's easier to make happen, because it's just a quick addition to an act that I already do. Like this one here. Now, you've seen me do 3. You've seen me do 4. So obviously that means it's time for 7 boxes. So you've seen me do 3. 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 You've seen me do 4. So obviously that means it's time for 7. Now, this joke doesn't work every time. I've tried it live a couple times and it has about a 40% laugh rate, which isn't bad, but it sure ain't good. So not only does that mean I have to work on that joke a lot before incorporating it into the act permanently, but it's also a good example as to why I have to constantly be coming up with new jokes, because if I don't, the act's gonna get stale, because jokes are only funny when it's a surprise, and if you already know the joke, it's not usually funny the second time. Well, sometimes. It's only funny if you explain it afterwards. Fun fact! If I don't add new jokes or tricks to my act, and a kid comes to watch my act for a second time, 90% of the time they'll go completely feral on me and turn into the world's littlest heckler. So it's either add new jokes to the act, or get really, really good at abusing children. I think the second one might land you in jail, though. Seems a little bit more dangerous. So what are we doing today? Good question. Basically, I had an idea for a joke a few months back, and I'm gonna bring you on a journey of making it come to fruition, and hopefully make it into one of my acts. It is gonna work best as part of a street performing act, but it's not street performing season, so I can't test it, so hopefully it's not a dud. That'd be very sad. Plus, I already spent $30 on it. But we'll get to that soon, because I'm gonna start our joke journey at the beginning! Where else do you think I was gonna start? This isn't one of those weird, like, looping YouTube shorts that, like, start in the middle of a sentence and end in... And that's why I already spent $30 on it. But we'll get to that soon, because... Cut that out. Annoying. So anyway, I was performing at a farmer's market, as I always do, juggling away, and I heard off in the distance a kid go, "Mom, what's that?" And then I heard the mom reply, "Oh, that's a juggler." And then I dropped immediately. So I responded with, "Huh, actually I'm a droppler." And they laughed, which is awesome. That's usually a good sign when you're trying to be a comedy juggler. But because they laughed, I tried it a couple more times in similar situations as people were walking past. And, you know, they laughed every single time. So that is a good sign. I was like, okay, I like that. But I want to make it less of a passive joke. Get it? Because they're walking past. Passive. Anyway, my goal is to turn it into more of a full-on bit within my show. So here's the plan. I want this joke to be a fallback joke in case I have an extra droppy day. And I have a lot of fallback jokes similar to this, but they usually only work with a specific act. So this one should be very universal, which is the best kind of joke, a universal joke. Universal jokes are some of my favorite and least favorite jokes. One of the ones that come to mind are when I was performing in Dubai, and basically there's the world's tallest building there. It's called the Burj Khalifa, and we would just call it the Burj, which I think literally translates to just building, which is kind of rude to call or diminishing to call the world's tallest building just the building, or rude to the other buildings to think they have to live up to the world's tallest building. Anyway, it's a really tall building. So no matter where we were in Dubai, I would start saying, "Wow, you can see the Burj from here." And the first time, people would go, "Oh yeah, you can." And then you do it again, and everyone would go, "Yeah." And then you do it again, and they would all facepalm and be kind of annoyed at you. But it's worth it, because you're gonna do it one more time. "Wow, you can see the Burj from here." But this time, you can't actually see the Burj, which makes it a joke and actually funny. Until you do it again. And again, and again, and get addicted to it, and it starts getting really, really annoying, and you get kicked out of the group, and nobody actually wants to hang out with you in Dubai anymore, because... Are you kidding me? Now, where was I? Oh yes, basically you're so annoying that people find you just as annoying as those darn looping YouTube shorts again. And that's why universal jokes are some of my favorite and least favorite. Stop that! So anyway, I have this lovely new backdrop here that has my name on it. You can see in the back of all of my shows. I did talk about it in my YouTube video upgrade, so go check it out. But it has this lovely section right here. It says Juggler. Now imagine, this part of it says drop, so it turns into Droppler. Yeah? Yeah, you see the potential? I think it'll be great. So I just have to cut some canvas to the right size, paint drop on it, attach it with fishing line so it's less visible when it's hanging down in front of the rest of my sign, and also so it can hide behind the sign to be perfectly hidden before the exact moment that I reveal the joke and everybody starts laughing. Not right now though. If you're laughing now, that's rude. I'm not being funny. That hurts my feelings. Stop it. So let's get started, shall we? Step 1 should be cut this to the right size. It's a little big at the moment. I can cover the rest of it. I may have bought like 50% too much. Maybe more than 50. Just kidding. Step 1 should actually be to measure, but I'm still considering it cut. So let's see. It's gonna be 8 inches, just under 8 inches. Ooh, that's gonna be complicated. We're gonna trim it a bit. We got 8 inches by 4.5. 8 by 4.5. Let's do this. Now, how lucky am I gonna be that this little offshoot bit's actually gonna be the right size? 8 inches by 4.5 inches. Let's see. This is exactly the right, if anything slightly too big, that's good. Does that look straight to you? I think it's okay. Let's see. And now we cut. No, not the whole video, just this part of the fabric. Calm down. Okay, here we go. This is more stressful than I thought it would be. To be fair, if I do mess up, I have a lot of extra to make up for it. Almost there. And... yes! And now to test if it's actually the right size. Alright, let's see if it's the right size. Here we go. And... oh yeah, that's looking good. That's gonna be perfect. Oh, no way. Now you might notice this is yellow. And that's because I have not primed it yet. So it's time for step 2. I forgot this part. Oh! That's horrible. Bonus step. Now we wait for it to heat up. So this is incredibly wrinkly, and I feel like it's a bad idea to iron spray paint, so I'm gonna iron it first, and then prime it. Oh yeah! Nice and not oh, there's still a wrinkle in it. Nice and not wrinkle. It's still kind of there. You know, good enough. Ta-da! Let's prime it now. Nowhere near as bad. Good to know. If anybody says I need to touch grass, I did. It's very cold. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna have to bring it inside to dry, but to spray it, definitely an outside job. How long are you supposed to shake it for? Use outdoors. Got it. When temperature is above 10 degrees. It's definitely not 10 degrees. And that's why I'm a droppler, not a juggler. But, close enough. Okay, almost a minute. Squeeze, apply pressure, and pull. Oh. What? This is Evan-proof. What? How am I doing this wrong? Oh, no. That was really hard. Okay. Now you might be wondering, is that too much paint? The answer is probably, but I I think that we're gonna end up seeing it on both sides, and as you can see, it kind of went through a little bit already, so the more the merrier. I'm gonna bring this to a nice spot to dry, and I will see you tomorrow. So it's officially the next day, and it is dry, and don't worry, I did wash my clothes so I could wear the same outfit again. And now, let's paint. So to start off this wonderfully fun process, what I did is I put our lovely primed canvas up to our previous sign to kind of gauge how big the letters should be so they're actually visible, and that wasn't too hard, and I just wrote them down in pencil, and I was ready to go. Whoa. That's weird. Good enough. So this was a long process to get all the letters painted, 19 minutes to be exact, so we should speed it up a bit. That is much better. So, like I said, it took 19 minutes to do 4 letters, so imagine just how long it took for me to do the entire backdrop sign. I think it ended up being 3 hours, which I split up into 3 one-hour-long sessions, and I would just listen to a podcast or something, so it'd go by much faster. But something I realized about 30 seconds away from finishing the drop sign is that I forgot to put music or podcasts or anything on, so I was just kind of in my own thoughts for this part, I guess. But overall, it worked out really well. I only made a couple mistakes, but I was able to fix them pretty easily by just making the line a little bit thicker and just making the other ones thicker to match up with it, so it was all fairly even by the end of it. My high school art class, training, I guess, really came in handy for this, because I think it turned out really good. Well, that only took 20 minutes, or 19 to be exact. That's not bad. It could have been better, but for now, it's what is known as good enough. Awesome. Cool. Next step. Alright, here's the next step. It is officially dried. I'm going to attach fishing line to it right here and here, and I brought a tapestry needle to hopefully stab through the canvas. I think that'll be strong enough, we'll see. So, let's give this a shot. I just need a hole. I don't need to, like, thread the fishing line through. And booyah! It's gone through. Ta-da! Now for the other side. This is tough work. How do I make my life harder? Should probably just use a knife. Yes! Ha ha ha! Alright, we have the holes. I will now thread it up, and we'll see if it works. I think I need to Google how to tie fishing line. Just realized I don't know how to do that. I've never gone fishing before. 1 minute. So I researched for approximately 30 seconds, then decided I'm just gonna do regular knot, and if it comes undone, I'll do it again, but I'd say it works. Now to do the other one. And then there were 2. And now to put it on the sign. So as you can see, I have these little keychain things here, and if I do it just right, oop, I said just right, it should fall in the right position just like that, and now it's Droppler. Here's the official test. Oh, that works pretty okay. Like, it's not perfect, but I think that makes it slightly better. So it's time. I'm gonna test it. Basically, I'm gonna simulate a show where I have butterfingers and drop a lot. Shouldn't be that hard. And you guys are gonna let me know in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10 just how funny it is. If it's not 12, I will cry, just so you know. But don't let that influence your decision, just keep it in mind, okay? So here we go. The show. Alright everybody, we have made it to the world's hardest juggling trick with 5 balls that I can do. This one here is of course called 1-up, 2-up, and it's very creatively named because of course you throw 1-up and then 2-up and then 1-up and then 2. Sorry, let me try that again. Okay, I told you it was a hard one, didn't I? So here we go. 3, 2, 1. 1-up, 2-up, 1-up, 2-up, 1-up. So close. In case you're wondering, that trick is called a drop, which is also creatively named. It's my favorite trick. I do it the most often. And now here it is. The hardest 5-ball trick I know how to do. 3, 2, 1 up, 2 up, 1 up, 2 up, 1 up, 2 up. Are you kidding me? Okay, that's it. I have revoked my juggling license. I am now officially to be known as Evan the Droppler. Let's try this again, shall we? 1 up, 2 up, 1 up, 2 up, 1 up, 2 up. Ta-da! The crowd goes wild, I think? I don't know. What do you think? Was it good? I think it was good. It even landed properly. It worked! Yes! And there it is, the joke from idea to performance. Well, simulated performance. Hopefully I'll be able to perform it for an actual audience soon before it's not freezing. Hey, yo, Google, how cold is it?
The current temperature is 3 degrees.
That's pretty cold. But did you know that this video was actually sponsored by my patrons? Woo, patrons! And of course, they get exclusive Evan the Juggler content, like videos of my live performances, which will hopefully include this joke soon. They even get TikToks that were too raunchy and hopefully only loop coolly and not annoyingly like the YouTube shorts. And of course, early access to all of these YouTube videos here. So thank you patrons for making this video possible. And if you enjoyed the show, be sure to check out all my other social medias at Evan the Juggler. We've got Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Patreon, and YouTube, but you already knew that one. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Let's turn this back. I think I'm a juggler again. Let's see. Yes! I did it.